Okay, so again, very good evening, everyone. Welcome to this internship program. So today we'll be having another advanced kind of session for this RPGLE. In the previous session, we looked into how we can use opcodes and opcode extenders for the RPGLE. And today we'll look into the built-in functions which can be used in both fixed and free format RPGLE. And before that, if anybody has any questions, they can put in their questions in the Q&A panel. And initially we'll try to address them. And after that, we'll start today's session. So please put in your questions if you have any. Ritik, for now, you can complete the assignments for the topics which have been covered till now. And we'll share the submission link to you, and then you have to submit that. For the assignments, you can practice for writing the code in both fixed and free format. So you'll have a great command over the fixed and free both. You can use any of them, but you need to practice both of the formats because you never know what the project requirements are. You have to write in the free format, and if the project requirements are to write the code in the fixed format, then you should know how to write the particular code in the fixed format as well.
Case study will be assigned later after the submission session will be completed. Then case study will be assigned. You don't have to go through the case study that is present in the document.
If you have questions regarding any of the previous sessions, kindly put it in the chat box or in the Q&A option. It is not necessary that you have to ask questions from the previous session only. You can ask questions from any of the sessions taken till now if you have any doubts. Roshni, there was no assessment given as of now. We'll share the assignment link again in this chat and also the Skype group link. You can join that Skype group link and you'll practice those questions which will be given in that assignment. And you can also watch our session on YouTube if you were not able to watch due to any reason. And also an information that we are telecasting these sessions live on YouTube. So if anybody has any issues watching these sessions on Zoom, they can use YouTube live as well. Roshni, for Sunaina, for the concatenation of two strings, you can use a plus sign in between the strings, and each string should be in these quotes, and put a plus sign in between.
Lakshay, you can do the assignment in both format. It is not compulsory to use any specific format. So you can do the coding in both fixed and free format or mixed format if you want.
So I think there are no more relatable questions. So we can start with today's session. And today's session is about built-in functions. And Diksha will be taking your today's session. So Diksha, you can take over from here.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Akshay. Let me share my screen first. Let me know once the screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, thank you. So, good evening, everyone. Today's session is on string, numeric, and date built-in functions in RPGLE. So, there are many built-in functions in RPGLE which we used, but today we are going to discuss the string-related built-in function, numeric-related built-in function, and the date built-in function. So very firstly, what is built-in function? So built-in functions are similar to an operation codes which perform operations on data you specified in it. So operation codes nothing but the opcodes which we learned in the last session. Okay, so built-in functions can be used in expressions. All the built-in functions have a percent symbol as their first character. So as we see the syntax for the built-in function, the function name and the argument, just the function name is always followed by the percent symbol. Okay, and the arguments for the function may be the variables, constants, expressions, or other built-in functions. So yeah, the string related built-in functions which we are going to discuss today are percent char, percent scan, percent subst which is for substring, percent scan RPL which is scan and replace, percent check and percent checker, percent trim, percent trimr, percent triml, percent xlet, and percent replace. So we'll go one by one. So percent char convert the numeric data, date, time, timestamp data into the character data type. And if we see the syntax, percent char and the expression. But yeah, if we need to convert the date, time, or timestamp data type, then we can just mention here the format. So we'll go through the program. I'm calling the program here. So yeah, here I have declared few variables as a number as a numeric, result as a character, and the date built-in function. Date, which is in date format. So for firstly, I'm displaying the number. And with the help of here, I'm converting this number variable in character with the help of percent char built-in function. So the result will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So as we check, the number variable is declared in the numeric. Okay. So after this built-in function, with the help of percent character built-in function, this will be converted into the character. So as we check, this value is showing in the quotation. That means it is the character. Then here with the help of percent date, we can retrieve the today's date. We'll discuss this percent date built-in function in detail at the last. So currently I'm retrieving the today's date, and here I'm converting this date into the character format. So as we check here, the date value of the date is 2023, 07 and 06. Okay, here I'm converting this into the character. So we check this will convert into the character. Okay. As I told you, we can mention here the format, okay, for the date, time or timestamp data type. So if I mention here the star MDY format, the result will be 07 as a month, 06 as a day, and 23 as a year. So yeah, it will convert this date into the character format. So yeah, that's all for the character built-in function. If we check the second, percent scan will return the first position of the search argument in the source string. So if we check the syntax, percent scan, search argument, source string, and the start position. If we'll go with the program for the better understanding. I'm starting here debug, setting the breakpoint, and calling the program. Okay, I have declared here two variables, string and initialize with the value hello world, and I have declared one variable position with a 2, 0 numeric. Okay, so here I am what will scan what how percent scan how works. So it will search this e letter in this string. Okay, the value of the string is hello world. So it will start scanning e letter into this string, and it will return the position of this e letter. Okay, so it will check from the first position. So E is matching with H, no. So E will found at the second position. Okay, so it will return the second position. So as we check here, it will return the second position. Okay, now here I'm searching or scanning the I letter in the given string. Okay, so as we check, the I is not present in this string. So what happens? So it will return the 0 position because I is not present in this whole string. So see, the position of this is 0. Okay, here I am adding the third parameter as the start position. If we mention here the start position, then it will start scanning from the 5th position, else it will start scanning from the 1st position by default. So as we check here, the value of the string is this hello world. So what is the 5th position? This is 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. So it will pointer will goes here, and it will start scanning or searching from this position. So L is found at this position. So what is the position of L? So 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. So it will return the 10th position. If we check, the value in the position is 10. So basically, it will retrieve the position of this letter in this string. If we go with the next is percent sub-st, which is for substring. Basically, percent sub-st function partially extract the string from any position, and the format, if we see, percent sub-st source string, start position, and length to extract, that is how many characters we need to extract. So basically, it is used to extract the string from the any small type of string in the whole string. So as we check in a program, here I'm starting the debug, setting the breakpoint, and calling the program. Okay, so here I have declared one variable with hello world. So here, as we check the value in the string is hello world. So here, what is the 7th? 7th is the start position. Okay, I need to subtract the string from the 7th position. Okay, so what is the 7th position? 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Okay, so I need to this word letter, okay, word string from this whole string. So how many characters we need to extract? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have mentioned here 5. So the output will be word. Okay, so with the help of this substring, we can substring the any string from the whole string. So the next is %scan RPL, which is nothing but the scan and replace. Okay, so %scan RPL will search the value specified in a factor 1 and replace it in source with the specified new value in factor 2. So this is the factor 1 scan string, this is the factor 2 replacement string, and this is the base string or input. Okay, so we can directly scan the string from the whole string and replace with this replacement string. So as we check in the program, calling the program. So I have declared here string hello world again. And here, okay, the value of this string variable is hello world, but I need to replace this world with the string India. So directly I can specify here the scan string in this, which present in this string, which is the world. And we can specify here the replacement string directly, so which is the India. And here is the input, that is string. Okay, so after executing this, the result will be hello India. So if we check the string value, this is the hello world, but we get the output as a hello India as per our requirement. Okay, so we can just scan and replace as per our requirement. Okay, so the next built-in function is %check and %checkr. So %check is used to find the position of non-occurrence of a character in a string. Okay, basically it returns the position of the first non-matched letter. Okay, we'll see what is the first non-matched letter. Firstly, we'll check the syntax for that. %check, this is the comparator, base string, and the start position. So the start position is optional. If we not specify here any start position, so by default it will start from the first position. And %checkr is like %check. Only the difference is that it is performed in a reverse direction, that is from the right side. And syntax is also same. Instead of the %check, we'll write here the %checkr. If we check this program, setting the breakpoint here, I'm calling the program. Okay, I have declared here variable string with data India. Okay, so here I have mentioned here first parameter as a I, which is the comparator, and I am comparing this I letter in this whole string. Okay, so it will compare one by one. It will check this I letter at the first position. Okay, so I is equal to I. So we found the matched letter, but the check will not return the position of matched letter. So it will continue with the next search. Okay, so I is equal to N. No, so we found the non-matched letter. So at that time, it will return the position of N. So that is the first non-matched letter. Okay, so as we check the position, it will return 2. Okay, so here now I'm specifying here the start position. Okay, if I'm not specifying here any start position, then by default it will search from the first position. But here I am telling this built-in function that you can start checking from the 4th position. Okay, so as we check, what is the 4th position? The first, second, third, fourth. So it will just start from this ith position. It will not take care of this 3. So what is the comparator is I. So we are finding I from this. So I is equal to I. So it will not return the position of I. So the first non-matched letter is A. So it will return the position of A, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what it will return? It will return the 5th position. Here Why I'm taken these 3? Because in this India string, the 2 I letters are present. Okay. But if we specify the third position, so it will start checking from the third position. So it will not return, it will not check for this I. So it will start checking from this third position. So we found I is equal to D. No, so it will return the, we found the first non-matched letter. So it will return position D. Yes, third. Okay. This is about the check built-in function. Same as the check built-in function, the check R will work. Just instead of checking from left side, it will start checking from the right side. Okay. So as we check here, the value of string is India. Okay. So it will start checking this I letter from the right side. Okay. But as we check, some spaces are present in this string. Okay. So it will start checking from this position. Okay. So this is nothing but a blank space. This is also a character. So it will compare I with the blank space. So this is not equal. So we found the first non-matched letter. So it will return the position of this. So what is that? This is the 10th. Okay. Now I'm telling this built-in function to start the checking from the fourth position. Okay. So what is the fourth position? This is 1, 2, 3, 4th. So it will start checking from the fourth position, but in the reverse direction. Okay. Because we are using the check R built-in function. So it will check I with this fourth position. Yeah, I is equal to I. So it will not return this position. Then again, it will check for D. So yeah, we found the first non-matched. Okay. So it will return the position of D. What is the position of D? First, second, third. So it will return the third position. Okay. So yeah, this is the check and the checker. The next is trim, triml, and trimr built-in function. So basically, trim built-in function is used to trim the blank spaces from the string. So as we check %trim, it will use to trim the blank spaces from both sides, left as well as right. Okay. If we see the syntax, this is %trim and source string. Okay. This is the optional parameter. If we want to remove only the spaces, then we can just specify %trim and the source string. But if we want to trim any characters in the string, then we can specify here the that particular character with the second parameter. Okay. So triml, what is triml? This function is used to trim the leading spaces of a string. That means it will remove the spaces, trim the spaces from the left side. And what is R? It will remove the spaces from the right side. So yeah, the syntax is same instead of just trim, triml and trimr. If we check the program, okay, I'm starting the debug, setting the breakpoint and calling the program. Okay, here I have declared the two variables having the spaces from left side as well as right side, and the another variable just added one extra symbol, and this is the result variable having the length 20. Okay. So firstly, trim built-in function, it will trim the spaces from left as well as from right side. Okay. As we check F11. So here the string is and having the spaces from right and the left side. Okay. So after executing this trim built-in function, as we check the result variable, see, it will remove the spaces from right as well as left. But as we can see, here are some spaces. But this space is for this result variable, which is of the 20 length. Okay. So trim will remove spaces from left as well as right. For the trimr built-in function, it will remove the blank spaces from only the right side. Okay. As we check here, okay, it will remove the blank spaces from right side only. If we see, there are some blank spaces at the left. Okay. So as this trim, it will not remove the spaces from the left side. Okay. But as I told you, this is the spaces for this result variable. Okay. So, sorry. So let me just execute this. So after executing this, the output will be this. Then for trim L built-in function, okay, the result will be, see, it removed the blank spaces from left. Okay, it remains the same. So when we want to remove some characters or trim some characters, then we can specify here the characters in a second parameter. If we check the value in the string 1, okay, so there are one symbol. So we want to remove this D with this symbol. So after executing this, if we check, that D and the symbol is trimmed. Okay. And if I want to remove this H letter or trim, then we can trim this letter as well. Okay, just we need to specify here that characters. So yeah, that is for trim built-in function. If we check the next, this is the percent replace. Percent replace function is used the segment of a string with the replacement string. As we check the syntax, percent replace, replacing string, the actual string, starting position, and offset. Offset is nothing but how many characters we need to replace, that we can specify here. Simply, this is used to replace the string with the another. Okay. So as we checked in program, I'm setting the breakpoint here and calling the program. So I have declared here one string, hello world. This is the result variable, and I have declared one more variable, position, with 2, 0. So okay, I'm displaying the string here, and here just forgot about this line. I'll explain this later. So as this percent replace built-in function, I have specified here India. Okay, as we check this, okay, I need to replace here world with the string India. Okay, so I'm specifying here the replacement string. Then this is the my input string. Okay, so if I want to replace this world, then we need the position of this W. Okay, so how we can get the value of this position of this W? So as we discussed earlier, with the help of %scan built-in function, we can found that. Okay, so I have just searching for the space in this whole string, so it will return the position of that space. Okay, so as I checked, it will return the position 6th. Okay, for this particular space. Okay, and just I'm adding here position +1, that is 6 + 1, 7. So W is on 7th position. And how many characters I need to replace? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have mentioned here 5. Okay, so as we check the result, hello world is replaced with the hello India. If we check, the string is having value hello world, and we can replace the world with the India. So yeah, with the help of this replace, we can replace the string. Okay, the next is %xlet. %xlet built-in function, which translates the string, replacing the from character values with the corresponding to character values. If we check the syntax, %xlet from to string and the start position. So this is optional. But if we not specify here, it will take 1 by default. Okay, so I'll explain this in the program. So basically, xlet built-in function, we can see it will do the one-to-one mapping also. I'm setting the breakpoint here. I'm calling the program. So see, I have declared few variables upper, and I have initialized with A to Z in the uppercase, lower A to Z with the lowercase, and I have this one string with value India. Okay, so here I'm going to xlet this India from uppercase to lowercase. Okay, and I have not specified here any start position. So as we check, the value of the string is India in all capital. Okay, after executing this, the result will be in lowercase. Okay, so it will just check like one-to-one mapping. It will find I with this I, replace with this. Okay, so it will search for all. Okay, so here I have specified here the start position. Okay, so it will start xletting from the second position itself, it will not think about the first position. Okay, so this first letter will remain same as it is, and it will convert for translating from this second position, NDIA. So the output will be, if you check, the I remains same in capital and rest of in lowercase. So yeah, that is for the XLED built-in function. Okay, so we'll start with some numeric built-in functions, which we are going to discuss today. These are %DEC, %DECH, this is for decimal, %int, %inth, %length, %ABS, and %REM, which is for reminder. Okay, we'll go with one by one. What is %DEC? So %DEC built-in function is used to convert any character value, date, time, or timestamp value into the decimal format. If we check the format, %DEC, the first parameter is numeric or character expression. The second is precision. Precision is nothing but the length, and the decimal places that decimals after the digits after the decimal. Okay, so same as the %DEC built-in function, except that the half adjust is also performed if the expression is a decimal or a float value. So H is nothing but the half adjust. The syntax is remains same instead of this %DEC, %DECH. So we'll discuss what is the half adjust concept in the program. So it will be better for understanding. Okay, as I check. Okay, I have declared here few variables today with the date format. And see, so here I'm getting the current date with the help of %date built-in function. So as we check, we got the current date. Then now I'm converting this today's date in the decimal format. Okay, so as we check, okay, so the output will be 20230706. Okay, so this is in the decimal format. Now, as I told you, we can specify the second parameter as a format if we are going to convert the date, time, or timestamp value. Okay, so I have mentioned here the star MDY format. So this will convert this today's date in star MDY format and convert into the decimal format. If we check the output for this is 20230706, which is YYYYMMDD. If we check this, so the output will be 07, 06, and 23, which is in month, day, and year. If we see the first two positions, why? Because today one variable is of 8 length, okay, 8,0. So that's why. And here now I'm converting, I have declared this, initialize this char1 variable with some value, character value. And here I'm converting here this char1 value into the decimal with 5,2. Then the output will be 100 and 2 digits after the decimal, which I specified here. Okay, as you check, the value is same. But if you check in this variable, this is the numeric, and if you check in the character one, so this is in quotation, so that means it is in character. So yeah, we can convert any value, character or date, timestamp into the decimal format. Then we see the TCH and concept of that half adjust. I'm setting the breakpoint here, calling the program. So I have declared few variables with the different values. Okay, we'll check. So here, what is the char1 value? As we check, 2017.4121. That is 4 digits after the decimal. But what I'm specifying here, %DECH with 10,3. That means digits after the decimal, how many? 3 digits. Okay, so what about this one? Okay, so if it will check this digit, if this digit is 5 or more than 5, then it will just add 1 into the previous digit. Okay, but as we check, this is not 5 or more than 5, so it will not consider for that, and just output will be the 2017.412. So it will neglect that the fourth letter, that one. Okay, but as we check, the value for this num1 is 2017.560, and we are just converting this value into the DCH with the decimal places 1 after the digit. Okay, digits are 1, so we have only the one space. Okay, so what about this 6? 6 is 5 or greater than 5? Yes, it's 6, so it will add 1 in the previous digit, so that is 6. So the output will be, as we check, 2017.6. So why this is 00? Because the result value is having decimal places 3 after the decimal, that is 10,3. So yeah, this is the concept of half adjust. If the value is 5 or greater than 5, it will add the one digit into the previous digit. So yeah. Then the next is int, %int and %int. So %int converts the value of the expression to integer. Any decimal digits are present, then they are truncated. If we check the syntax, %int in bracket numeric or character expression, and the %int h is also same. But if the expression is a decimal, float or character value, the half adjust is applied to the value of the expression while converting into the integer type. Okay, the syntax remains same. Instead of this %int, okay, it will also same as decimal, but it will not consider the decimal places. Okay, I'm starting the debug here, setting the breakpoint and calling the program. So okay, I have declared some of variables, and now I'm converting this num1 into the integer. So as we check, the value of this num is 12.348, which is in numeric. Okay, so as I told you, if there are any decimal digits, then they are truncated. So if we check, the result will be 12 only. The digits after the decimal, they are truncated. But as we check for the %int, so we can use here the half adjust concept. Like if we check num1 for this value 12.348, same as we discussed earlier, it will check the value after the decimal digits. So it is not 5 or more than 5. So the output will be only 12. Okay, but if the value after the decimal is 5, so what it does, it will add the 1 in the previous digit and it becomes 13. Okay, so it will adjusting. So the output will be 13. So yeah, with the help of this, we can convert this into the integer. Okay, yeah. One more thing. The value of the string variable is 1.2e6. Okay, if we mention here 1.245 any numeric value only, then we can convert this value into the integer. But as you check, there are some characters or alphabets. Okay, how we can convert this alphabet into the integer value? So this is not possible. So when we are trying to convert such type of data into the integer value, at that time program will throw an error. As we check, a character representation of a numeric value, so we cannot convert such type of data into the integer. See, the error occurred. Okay, the next is %length. So %length function is used to retrieve the length of a particular variable. If we check the syntax, this is very straightforward, %length and the expression. If we check, I'm calling the program here. I have declared variables with length 30, 20, 5,0 and 4,0 is the output variable. Okay, so I have also declared here initialize some data to this variable, and here I'm calculating the length of this string one built-in function, string one variable. So it will return the length of that variable, which is 30, which we declared above, right? So it will return the length. Okay, but if we want to retrieve only the uh, what we can say, only the characters which occupied in the whole string. Okay, at that time what we can do? Okay, as we learned the trim built-in function which remove the blank spaces, so with the help of this, see, I'm right here percentage trim and str2, so it will remove the blank spaces and then it will calculate the length of that string. So it will return 1 2 3 4. Okay, so it will return the fourth. So here we can use the built-in function within the built-in function as we discussed in the first slide. So here also this is the numeric value, like the character value. We can also calculate the length of this numeric variable. So if we check, this is the length of this variable is 5, which we declared above 5. Okay, so very straightforward. We can uh, retrieve the date for the variable. Sorry, length. So the next is percent %ABS. Percent %ABS function is used to get the absolute value, that is positive value of a numeric expression. And the syntax is percent %ABS and the numeric expression. Okay, so basically when we want to convert any negative value into the positive, so we can use this built-in function. So what is the case? We consider one example like in sales. So I am calling the program here. Okay, I have declared some variables, sale price, buy price, profit and loss. Okay, so here I have initialized buy price as a 130 and sale price as a 120. So obviously, if the sale price is greater than buy price, then we have a profit, else getting the loss. Okay, so as we checked, this condition is not true. Hence, it will go into this. And if we check, the sale price is 120. So 120 minus 130, what is the result? Minus 10. So the result is in negative value. Okay. So with the help of this percent %BEC built-in function, we can convert this negative value into the positive. So as we check, the result is positive 10. So yeah, very simple. If you want to convert any negative into the positive, so we can use this built-in function. The next is, yeah, now we start with the percent date, which we already seen in some of programs that we are using this built-in function to retrieve the current system date or today's date. So it is used to convert a character, numeric or timestamp data type, data into the date type. As we check the format, percent date, value and the date format. Okay. There are many date formats like I have noted here, percent YMD, which is YYMMDD, um, YMD, which is YYMMDD, DMY, which is DDMMYY, star ISO, which is YYYYMMDD, and star USA, which is MMDDYYYY. So if we are not specifying any format, then by default it will retrieve the date in star ISO format. We'll check some of examples. Starting the debug, setting the breakpoint here, I'm calling the program. Okay. So I have declared this variable today in date format, and this my date 1, my date 2, my date 3 in the date format. And I have just declared my date in the another date format, that is star MDY. And this is some input we can say for our program. So yeah, firstly, as per our discussion, it will retrieve the current system date. If we check 2023, 07 and 06. Okay. Now the percent date in display the date in star mdy as we declare this my date variable in the star mdy as we check above. Okay. This my date resulting variable is in star mdy. Okay. So it will retrieve the date value, w date value is 2017, 05 and 01. Okay. So the month is 07. So month is 05. Date is 01. So as we check, the my date is, see, 05 month, 01 is date, and the year is 17. Then the next, okay, here the percent date converts this date variable into the star ISO format. But what is that second parameter? Okay, as we check, the value is in W date one is 070623, which is numeric. Okay, so I am specifying here star mdy, that I am telling this built-in function that the value present in this variable which is in star mdy format, so you can convert accordingly. So while converting this value into the date, it will consider the first as a month, second as a day, and third as a year as per our, as we specified here. So while converting this, okay, if we check, it will consider this as a month and 06 as a day. Then the second, we are specifying here the another format, star dmy. So the output will be slightly different because here they are considering the second value as a month and the first value as a day. So the output will be, see, 06 as a month and 07 as a date. Okay. Now in the third example, we are specifying that the given input value is in star YMD format. So it will consider this first is an year, the second is in month, and third as an 23. So the year becomes 2007. As we check, the output will be 2007, 06 and 23. Okay, so here I have used the same kind of stuff, but as we checked, this W date one value is in numeric, but as we check, this W date 2 value is in character format. So it will convert this value, character value, into the ISO date format as per our specification star mdy. But here, if the value is in character format, then we need to specify here 0. That we need to tell this built-in function that this value is in character format. Okay. So with the same as we discussed, it will convert this date. Consider the first is month, second date, and the third is year. Okay. So as per the result is this. Same which we discussed in the above case, just this value is in character. So the output will be 2023, 06 and 07. And same case, we are telling just this value is in YMD format. So it will consider this 07 as a year. So as we checked, this is 2007, 06 and 23. So yeah, these are few of examples related to date built-in function. So some of few built-in functions related to date, that is percent days, percent months, percent years, and percent diff. Okay, so what is that? By using percent days, we can get any previous day or future day. Okay. With the help of percent months, we can get any previous month and the future month from today's date. We can calculate percent year, same as days and month, just we can get the previous year and the future year. What is percent diff? So percent diff function is used to find the difference between the two date, time or timestamp values. If we check, So see, I have declared few variables like today, previous day, previous month, next month, previous year, next month, next year, and few of initializations for our program and another resulting variable. Okay. Same as we discussed, retrieving the current date. So the today's date is this 2023-07-06. Now here we use the percent days built-in function. Okay. If we need the date for the previous day, okay, at that time how we can retrieve, we just subtract one day from the today's date, and if we need the day next day, then we can just add one into the today's date. So same thing I have did here. Okay, so as we check, the today's date is 06. Okay, here we are subtracting one day from this date, so the output will be 05. And if we check this, we are just adding one day, so the date will be 07. Okay. Instead of this 1 or 2, we can use as per our requirement. We can subtract 2 days, we can subtract 3 days as per our requirement. Okay. So what is percent month? Same as the percent date, but yeah, we can subtract the 1 month from the today's date, or add the 1 month in the today's date. Okay. So as we check, the date month is 07. So the output will be 06. And after adding the 1 month, the output will be 08. Okay. Yeah. Same as this. We can also retrieve the previous year and the next year. Okay. As we check, the current year is 2023. So the previous year is 22 and the next year is 24. So what is percent diff? Okay, here I'm specifying date 2 and date 1, and in which form and we want the difference in a days. Okay, so I have mentioned here percentage. If we want the difference in months or years, we can specify here. Okay, so I have mentioned here the date 2 as 6th and 1, which is 1st of June, and this is 28th of May. So how many days in between? The 4 days. So it will retrieve the difference. As we check, 4. So yeah, we can also calculate the difference between the days. So yeah, that's all for today's session. If you have any doubts, then we can discuss. Yeah, hand over to Akshay.
Yeah, thanks Diksha, thanks for your wonderful session. Okay, so if anybody has any doubts, you can raise your hands and we'll unmute you and you can ask your questions. Also, I have shared the Skype group in the chat, so you can join that also.
Hi, sir.
Yes, hi.
Sir, what is the difference between trim and trimmel?
Trim and?
Trimmel.
So trim will truncate the spaces both from the right and the left side. And trim L will only truncate the spaces from the left side. Similarly, trim R will only truncate the spaces from the right side.
Okay. Sir, one more thing, like today, whatever the programs we have written, it is in a fixed format, right, sir?
A mixed format. The declarations were in the
Ah.
fixed format.
Okay. And after that, whatever the codes we wrote, that were in free format, right, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, sir. So means
Ye-
whenever we are writing in free format, there is a no specific thing like we should start from a particular a column or something like that.
Yes, there are no limitations, but it should be 8 to 80, not more than 80 characters in one line.
Thank you, sir.
Also, it will start from like 4th position, because initial two are reserved for fixed format declaration, and the second one is for comment. So
Sir,
it is good to start from fourth position.
so is there any way to like directly we can start from fourth position, or like if we start from first position, like we can convert directly from fourth position? Is there any shortcut, sir?
Have you watched
If-
the SEU session?
Yes, sir.
So there we have discussed the shortcut, how we can move it to directly to the fourth position or any position we want. You can go through
Okay,
that session.
okay. Thank you.
If you have any questions, raise your hands.
Good evening, sir. My doubt is that I'm trying to copy and paste my code in assignments, but I'm getting difficulties in that.
What kind of difficulties are you getting?
I mean, sir, the code is not getting copied over there.
So you can take a screenshot of your code and
Yes.
then paste as an image.
Okay, okay. And what will be the last date for the submission of assignments?
We'll let you know when you have to submit the assignments. Meanwhile, like I initially told all of you that you can, whichever topics have been covered, you can practice those assignments for those particular topics in both free and fixed format. And whenever the date of submission will be there, you have the assignments ready, so you can directly share them.
Okay, sir.
Okay, no,
If
no
you
need.
have any question, you can just raise your hand. No need to ask in the Q&A right now. Assignment links were shared in the previous session, and also it is shared on the Skype group. So you can just join the Skype group, and there you can get the assignments.
Hello, sir. Sir, my question is why question mark sign has.
Those are the commented lines. So it in debug mode, it will show a question mark. It doesn't matter anyways, it is a commented line wherever there is question mark.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
If anyone have any kind of doubt, they can just raise your hand, or if there is not any kind of doubt, then we can wind up the call.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good evening, Swati.
Sir, my question is that when I declare the variables in free format as DCL hyphen s, then it is showing me error that you need to assign eval operator. So what's
Okay,
that?
you in like it is showing a green reverse image, right?
Yeah.
So you can try to file it and compile it, because the initially the compiler will give, the program will give the error if you write in free format. So you can compile it once if it is giving error there also, then you have error in your syntax. Otherwise, if you have written the correct statement, it will get compiled.
Okay, and what is the means from which position I can start the code in free format?
From
To
fourth position
From fourth
till,
position.
yes, till 80th.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For
Thank you.
declaration in free format, it will give the reverse image sign, but it is not an error. So just
Oh,
file and compile, and if there is an error, it will show up in the spool file.
okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so I think there are no more questions and we are almost on time. So we can wind up this session and we'll have the next session on coming Tuesday.